Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is for entertainment purpose only. This is the case of the Idaho quadruple murders. May the 4 victims rest in peace. Condolence to their families. Was Kaylee one of the main targets? Was she the primary target? Kaylee complained about having a stalker to her friends. We heard the shopkeeper who sells iPhones, I believe, who said that Maddie and Kaylee and the girls came in a group at least 5 times, and they said that they were worried and concerned for Kaylee because she had a stalker. We know that Kaylee's wounds was more, the injuries were more on Kaylee than the other 3 victims. So what was going on in Kaylee's life? Could this be a crime of passion, like the mayor said, allegedly in the beginning? I personally believe that all 4 victims were the target and it was 2 separate incidents. The reason I came to that decision is because of everything I've been seeing going around, from the grub truck to the band field to the corner club to the previous timeline to the last timeline in the affidavit. It does not make sense. Why would Brian Christopher Koberger come to a house where he has no involvement so far with the 4 victims? Why would he come to a house that is so lit up? That is Maddie's room. And that's how it looked the night of the unlivings. And this is how the porch veranda looked like. And you can see Maddie's room is pink orange. It's lit up. Why would Brian Christopher Koberger or any stranger take that chance? There were 6 people inside the house and a dog. Brian Christopher Koberger, the killer, wouldn't have known if the other people visiting the house or at a sleepover or whatsoever. So why would he be so brave enough to take that risk? Doesn't make sense. This is for fair use purpose. I've spoken about this day before yesterday. This is from Gisela K, Grizzly True Crime. She's done an excellent job. Please like, share, and subscribe to her channel. If you look at the right-hand side, it's written, "This is so hard to watch. He texted my son at 2 a.m. and he's almost positive they were still at the Sigma Chi at that time, based on what the text said. That wouldn't put them at the house until at least 2:10 to 2:15. My son called the tip line and reported this days ago, but they are still saying they think he and Zana were at the house at 1:45. Frustrating." So this is a parent whose son saw E that day. How come that hasn't been mentioned while they were still asking the public for information? You clearly have someone there who says that they saw E, and that wouldn't put E and Zana at home till 10 past 2, quarter past 2. So did something happen to them at Linda Lane or Taylor Avenue?
Go away. And it's a very different. It's a very different. 2 a.m. is a dark hour. I can tell you that. And you realize it's never going to go away. And it's a very different. It's a very different. 2 a.m. is a dark hour. I can tell you that.
The four figures that were seen running that night at 12 past 3 a.m., I personally believe is crucial to this case. They were jogging or walking quickly. It looked like they came from the direction of King's Road. There was a white car in the parking place right over here at Taylor Avenue. It was an older version, but it looked like people were sitting inside the car. I've seen pictures of people sitting inside, but they're blurry. So what was actually going on that night? There were many people out on foot, and there was a car that was in front of the girl's house at 3 a.m. Why was Dylan and BF's life saved? Was it because the suspect was too tired? He just had to get out of there? Was it because they weren't involved? Was DM and BF threatened not to talk? Or were they involved? Or are they witness? 8 hours is a long time not to call the cops. And especially after seeing a black truck driving when the police were at the Banfield, and the body cam of the police recorded the black truck that looked like Dylan's truck driving. We have a front door, the front door of the house that was left wide open. There were four figures running. We have the Banfield stop. We have this Sigma Chi party that a fight broke out and the police were called. There was actually a lot happening that night. I'm sure all these flats here, all these apartments here must have heard all the commotion that was happening. Obviously, it's the Greek lifestyle. They don't snitch on each other. They never call the police. Did something happen to E and Xana in the Linda Lane footage? Or is that just a leaked footage? Is it the real footage? I believe something happened in Queens Road. Or in front of the house. I believe something happened to Kaylee and Maddie as soon as they came inside the house. People are already waiting for them. That's what I believe. People could have been easily hiding in the first floor. Kaylee's sister said everyone has the code. It's known to be a party house. That's how college students are. But then that's the risk and danger of it. But the university could have definitely done more. They're aware of these parties. They're aware of all these disturbances, of all these gatherings, and they did not do anything. And they know it's the fraternities allegedly that are involved. That's why they decide to demolish the house in December, on the 28th of December, because the 3 unidentified male DNAs are allegedly lost in the lab. If this ends up being a hung jury, the sad thing is the 4 victims will not get the correct justice, and it is sad. I really want to know how much DM actually saw in the darkness. She saw bushy eyebrows, but it's strange that she did not see the eyes of the person. The unidentified male fingerprint was found on the good vibes. So was there a struggle in front of the good vibes? Wasn't DM afraid for her life to open the door thrice? She opened it 3 times without a problem. And then she took 8 hours to call the police. And what is the exculpatory evidence BF has? It was clearly Kaylee that was the target, with all the wounds, the injuries. This was kind of sounds like a crime of passion. Or Kaylee was a motive for some other reason. But the fact that Kaylee was unlived, but Murphy wasn't, the dog, says a lot to me. Kind of strange. And it was somebody who wanted, pre-planned to do the quadruples on that weekend, because the weekend after, 2 days after that, Kaylee wouldn't be in the university any longer. That's important. Kaylee is part of this. May they rest in peace. Jack D is ruled out, but crime of passion reminds me of him. Him and Hoodie Guy, any day. The 2 Jacks. Kaylee was leaving with her dog Maddie. Murphy. Maybe Jack D wasn't having that. Maybe he wasn't ready to let go. Is Jack D trying to tell us that he went home after the corner club and he went to sleep? He woke up the next day and he didn't even bother to call Kaylee's parents. He didn't call Maddie's family. He didn't bother to call his ex-friend who was his ex-girlfriend who was his best friend for 5 years. That doesn't make sense. It was only the mother and the sister who was defending him. Jack D has a white Hyundai. He used to have it. What happened to it? And this looks more like the one. The gas station showed the footage. Brian Christopher Koberger's car doesn't have tinted windows. I've always said that it doesn't. Jack D lives just a minute away from the girls. I don't buy Brian Christopher Koberger's alibi. Neither do I buy Jack D or Jack Showalter's alibi. Please like, share, and subscribe.